In just 2 weeks, the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting will be held in Perth. And while most preparations have gone off without a hitch, there's growing unrest over a plan to remove homeless people from parts of the city. The government says they'll be moved on for security reasons, but homeless people are threatening to cause trouble if they're forced to leave their squats. Nikki Wilson-Smith reports.
In an alleyway in Perth CBD, 36-year-old Shannon is bedding down for the night. Known for its wealth and bountiful resources, this is a side of the city the Commonwealth Heads of Government won't get to see.
Well, this is my bed, and I've got clothes and that down the side there. This here is the other guy that stays here, and over here we've got our food, little knickknacks, our metho burner, which we cook.
The last census showed there were 8,000 homeless people living in Perth. Shannon is just one of them, and he's been living on the streets for 4 months.
I don't vandalise it. I keep it reasonably clean so they don't pick on us.
But Shannon is concerned about what will happen when this area is overtaken by tourists and delegates during CHOGM. With security on high alert, many of Perth's homeless people will be moved from parts of the CBD.
Well, anyone in a restricted area will be moved on.
My place, I've got a lot of security risk buildings around me. Like I've got courthouses and government houses and all that around me. They won't let me stay there.
The state government has dismissed concerns about how CHOGM's security arrangements will affect the homeless.
No matter how many shelters are built and provided, there will always be in any society a group of people who, for whatever reason, choose to live that type of lifestyle.
This response has angered homeless people, and they have staged several protests against their treatment. This video was posted on the internet by one of the group. The protests are set to continue, with Shannon and his allies threatening to cause more trouble if police try to move them.
If they don't let me stay there, there's already a heap of us that if we get kicked out of our squats, we're staying wherever the delegates are staying. I've already sussed out a few of the hotels, and we will stay at their hotels. We will make Perth look like the most disgusting place ever.
The state government has offered the homeless an alternative. It will provide about $100,000 to increase the capacity of local shelters in areas outside the restricted zones.
We are opening up Tranby House, which is a Uniting Care West place that opens for breakfast and ongoing services, our Street to Home program. And that will be open for 24 hours to cater for people who need a shower, who feel displaced while CHOGM is on.
The charity workers say it's not a long-term solution.
We took the opportunity of speaking with the government around CHOGM because we were aware that this may become an issue, and we are satisfied that we've probably got a reasonably good solution out of the CHOGM discussions. But what that has not addressed is the issue of the ongoing needs of people who are homeless.
At St Patrick's Community Support Centre in Fremantle, there are bigger issues to tackle than the effects of CHOGM.
We've seen an increase across the whole sector that'll include aged pensioners accessing the centre, people who are on benefits who would accessing the centre because costs have risen significantly. People are attracted to WA, and sometimes you get interstate migration to WA, and they kind of go off on this idea that there's a boom going on in the mining industry, but again, people from the east side don't realise that it's thousands of miles north, and they'll end up coming to Perth with little money and little resources, and again impacting on social welfare services.
Every day St Patrick's feeds 70 people, and each night 150 sleep in the lodging house. Some have been sleeping here for 20 years. Others are new to the centre.
you get instances of people actually leaving the property so that they don't access the utility, to use the electricity or the gas. That's unacceptable, really. In a state as rich as WA, it's a little bit much.
Despite an injection by state and federal governments of $145 million to tackle the problem, those already on the streets say more people are joining them every day. And while some of those will find a temporary home during CHOGM, others like Shannon plan to use the attention it brings to speak out.
They're actually listening now because they know there's a problem and they want it sorted because they don't want to be tarnished with having a big homeless problem in WA.
Nikki Wilson-Smith there.